So I bought one of these Vevor hitch mounted cherry picker lifts, hoping it would be my solution for getting my fifth wheel out of the back of the truck. And it's not going to work in any way, shape, or form. This thing's heavy as can be. And the problem is, even completely put together, this thing doesn't even reach to the middle of the truck. So I would have to disconnect that by hand and slide it over to the tailgate and then slide it back when I want to put it in. And that's about 300 pounds. I'm not saying it ain't possible, but getting it up out of the holes and moving it around is going to be difficult. So, I mean, this thing's neat, the idea, but it doesn't come with any kind of extension to go in here, and I'm not even sure if it's okay to do it. It's got a 500-pound limit at this spot right here. So in order, and then of course 750 and 1,000. So for 300 pounds, if I can get a bar that'll go in there and extend it out, I'd have to have a really long bar in order to get that to the center of the truck. So in the long run, unless you got something that you're just lifting up like a generator that has wheels and you could put it down there and then roll it over into your truck and leave it on the wheels, then you're okay. But otherwise, all the videos showing how great it was, and I didn't even think to see how far it would reach in. I just thought this maybe could pivot and come in a little bit, but it can't. So in my case, this was a waste of money. All right, so problem number 2 with it is, if you try to get closer to the bed, now it won't turn to get by the truck. I just scratched my truck a little bit right there. It won't turn in order to get to the truck. So you've pretty much got to be all the way out at the full length away from the truck in order to be able to turn the boom around. Next problem is they give you this little chain right here which hangs down about this far, and I don't think that it will lower the items down. Another problem is when you have this thing on here, you end up with this thing, or the bar, the lifting bar, is going to hit the truck. It's probably not a problem. I imagine you can turn this around. Maybe this is supposed to be on the inside instead of the outside, and then the release will be over here on this side. So that, I mean, that's possible that may not be an issue. But let's see if this will actually lower far enough. So if you brought it all the way down, then your chain's going to be right here, but whatever you drop is going to have to go right here. You won't be able to put it over here away from it. So you're limited to picking up stuff that is right here by the boom, and if it's too wide and your pickup point is out here, then it's going to hit the side of the boom. Then as you raise it up, it'll lift it out a little bit, swing it around, and you can only put it right here, not in the middle of the truck, and definitely not in the bed. So yeah, in the long run, I think this thing's a big waste of money. I was trying to find a use for it, but I think I'm just going to get rid of it. I think I'm going to send it back. I can't see any valid use for it without, I'm going to see if they got one without an extension bar that will pull this thing out another 4 feet, which will also lower the weight capacity of it considerably. So, and as you move it around, the weight does shift back and forth from left to right. And that's a little bit scary. Like I said, I just got a little scuff right there on my truck just from this. So, aluminum bed though, so hopefully it won't rust. But yeah, easy to put together. I was really excited about it because everything was done with cotter pins. And the plan was to take this with me when I went snowbirding, and I could use it to get this big old auto slide hitch out of here because it weighs about 300 pounds or more. But by breaking it down, every little piece breaks down, and I could have set it right by the truck, but that's not going to work. So instead I'm working on a gantry, homemade gantry system that'll put it on either side, lift it straight up, and then I can just drive out from underneath it and then lower it straight down using this old military pulley system here. And I needed that in order to get this down away from the truck so I could have the boom completely out as far as it would, lower it down. But yeah, think about that before you buy it.